So CHC is the Coalition for a Healthy County. It is a grassroots organization that started about a year and a half ago in response to some Marcellus shale drilling that was happening outside of Yellow Creek State Park.
Well, the CHC, was formed almost 2 years ago by residents in the Yellow Creek Conservation Zone. And there's the edge of my property. 500 feet from my property is what's called a drill pad. It's more than 4 acres. And there's a big liner there, a black plastic liner. It's filled with water and wastes from drilling for a Marcellus shale gas well.
Friends of White's Woods does have a designated member, myself, as the liaison with this relatively new group that's formed, the CHC, Coalition for a Healthy County. We do benefit from assistance from regional or statewide organizations such as Sierra Club and Penn Future. These groups have served advisors, or they've come up with even legal advice.
Well, I guess our coalition consists of Friends of White's Woods, Friends of Yellow Creek, the Yellow Creek Conservation Association, Central Indiana County Water Authority, Penn Environment, the Sierra Club, and Penn Future. And we also work a lot with the Evergreen Conservancy and the League of Women Voters.
It's kind of the voice of green behavior and sustainability on campus.
Friends of Yellow Creek started to look at this issue because about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we realized that it was actually legal for people to develop gas wells and do Marcellus development in Yellow Creek State Park, and that there was a conservation zone established around it, but that the protection might not actually include restrictions on the kinds of gas developments. So we started to look into the risks of runoff into the lake and finding out what the rules and regulations were, finding out what was legal and wasn't, getting involved in some of the permitting processes to try to make sure that development that happened wasn't, or that the forces for development weren't the only voice in that process, that somebody was representing other perspectives.
The 6 million gallons of water that's required for an individual well, 2,000 or more gallons of that are chemicals, toxic chemicals that are being put into the water.
A lot of residents around the area, as well as organizations that are advocates for the environment, that there was not much of much thinking going into where is Marcellus development going to be happening in Indiana County. And it was evidenced by this one particular well that they started drilling out at Yellow Creek without a permit, that seemed to be going ahead before our organization came together and put up sort of some resistance.
The recent thing that our local league has done is we became very aware in 2007 and 2008 that this whole Marcellus shale thing was coming. And what do we think of it? We think if we're going to have Marcellus shale development, which we do, then we need to do it right. Therefore, all best practices must be used. Regulation must be vigorous. There must be enough people around to make sure that regulations are enforced. Industry must provide funds to take care of the problems that are going to occur, and industry agrees problems will occur. It's a dangerous business. We'll have accidents, and you want to have the funds in place and the processes in place and the equipment in place that you can take care of it quickly.
So the county wants to make sure if there's coal mining or if there's gas drilling, that none of those wastes end up going into the watershed of Yellow Creek. And if they do, all of the drinking water of Homer City will be affected.
I am the manager of the Water Authority as well as manager of this borough, Homer City Borough. The importance of our water and to protect our water is so significant that people don't understand what's involved. And I guess part of my problem with the general public is this is a commonwealth. We own the water. The gas well people don't own it. The mining people, it's our water. So when they pollute, if there's a mining discharge or a gas well discharge, they're polluting yours, mine. We own it.
the wonderful thing about CHC is that we really had a community presence at those county meetings. And we were against drilling in the conservation zone. And we gave all our environmental reasons. And they actually listened to us. The first time they denied the company. No, you can't do that. But then we had asked for best practices. In other words, that they make sure that their liner doesn't leak. They make sure that there's the hill behind it so it doesn't go down to the lake. They make, we asked for lots of safeguards. And the company actually went back, convinced the county that they had really beefed up their practices, and so that they would be a lot safer than they originally were.